Heidi Wigdahl with a special Behind the Business. Over the past year, I've featured local small businesses across all types of industries, but these stories you're about to see focus on some holiday gift ideas, starting with Illume. About 35% of candle sales occur during the holiday season, according to the National Candle Association, and some of the most popular candles are made right here in Minnesota.
The business of candle making takes more than a wick and some wax. Just ask the staff at Illume in Maple Grove.
You would think you're just pouring it in a cup, but there's way more to it than that.
We are in the fragrance library. I think the last time we counted, we had over 10,000 fragrances in here.
Each one is organized by fragrance family.
Here in the gourmand category, we've got some glazed lemon and vanilla, almond vanilla. This is the delicious category.
Fragrance is the foundation of Illume.
Illume is one of the largest home fragrance manufacturers in the country.
President Heather Stewart says besides their own brand Illume, they work with others like Anthropologie, West Elm, and Target.
What we do here is very science-based. I think a lot of people don't realize how much research and development and science actually goes into manufacturing candles and home fragrance.
We're in the burn room right now at Illume.
This is where candles get tested before going to market.
Everything kind of goes out the window once you start setting something on fire. So we're looking at the container temperature, the flame heights, if there's any additional sooting or anything like that. We just really want to make a safe candle at the end of the day that the customers really love.
Products are manufactured on site.
Start off with an empty vessel here. Most of this is automated. It's all through sensors, so we don't actually have to tell it when to turn on, when to turn off. Once they come out, we have dedicated wick straighteners. They're the ones that are going to make sure your wicks are nice and straight. Even burns is what we're going for.
Illume is celebrating 30 years, producing 20 million candles a year. They also make home diffusers and perfume.
Fragrance is on fire.
While candles saw a spark in sales during COVID,
what we're seeing is that there's a lot of shift towards personal fragrance. And what we like to say and do here is that fragrance is very universal.
And at the center of the work they pour into each product.
Illume is offering on their website a 20% discount with the code CARE11 at checkout through the end of 2024. Up next, Oprah's Favorite Things is a hot holiday shopping guide, and this year the list features a Minnesota dad who is raising the bar on brunch.
If it takes a village to build a business,
looking good.
Charles Lovejoy is in good hands.
I'm here with my daughter Ella, my daughter Maya. They're part of the team. Even if when they don't want to, they're always here doing things.
Charles comes from a family with a legacy of service.
A little bit of our rim seasoning on this rim.
With his beverage company,
we use our Thai basil.
He's also in the mix.
A little Thai chili.
For 25 years, Charles was a bartender.
I was working brunch shifts at a place called the Happy Gnome.
On a day off, he checked out the competition.
There was one bar that had the best Bloody Mary ever. And I went there and that Bloody Mary was terrible. And it was like my first day off in like 6 months, and I was just like, like this is awful. So I never want anybody else to have that experience.
Charles decided to shake things up. About 5 years ago, he launched Lovejoy's Bloody Mary Mix.
It's really been a blessing for our family.
Soon, it'll get a new label.
Make a little chimichurri.
And a new mix. But the spirit behind the brand is personal.
My mother, at the age of 65, cashed in her retirement and opened a nonprofit called The Family Place. And it was the only day shelter for homeless families in the Ramsey County. For 20 years she ran it.
Lovejoy's donates 5% of gross profits to organizations helping at-risk youth and those experiencing homelessness.
That means a lot to have your children following in footsteps that are not just for them, but for the entire community.
This is our gift box.
And it's been a gift for everyone on the team.
We've gone to schools like Central High School, and we've donated our time there, and it's personally changed my life.
It's their way of serving others.
There you go.
With love and joy.
Oprah's Favorite Things includes Lovejoy's Bloody Mary Mix Premium Cocktail Mixer Pack of 3. You can find Lovejoy's in more than 150 locations. To find a store near you, go to Lovejoy's website. We'll be back right after the break. From coffee shops to state and national park gift shops, you've probably seen a mug before made by the St. Paul company, Deneen Pottery. We went behind the scenes to find out what it takes to make each hand-thrown mug.
Not only do many hands make light work,
just being able to work with clay this many years.
Many hands make each mug at Deneen Pottery one of a kind.
Everything tastes better out of a mug made by hand. So get a mug made by hand.
Niles Deneen is the owner and president of Deneen Pottery.
So this is the back hallway.
His parents, Peter and Mary, started the family business out of their St. Paul garage more than half a century ago.
What do your parents do? I'm like, my parents are potters. What do you mean potters? Oh, like Ghost. Yeah, like Ghost. That's it. Yeah, that's my mom and dad. The clay, you can see it, it's just
Niles fully took over in 2020.
just silky smooth and buttery.
Located in St. Paul's Midway Creative Enterprise Zone, each mug takes shape by hand, from the handles to the custom medallions.
So this is the loud room.
Each mug is touched by 24 pairs of hands,
Right now I'm just throwing some round bellies.
including lead potter Cliff Price.
Some people are even making 300 in a day, but the norm is about 200.
In total, it's about 2,900 mugs every day.
Doing hand throwing at this scale is crazy. It's a unique size of business, a unique size of tools, and just the production methods are still the best.
The mugs are made for some of the biggest names, from coffee companies to national parks
This is the finished product.
to the state seal.
And every day when you go to your cupboard, you remember that experience that you had when you first found it, and you get to revisit that.
A lifetime of work in good hands.
You can buy some of Deneen's mugs online. They also have a guide on where you can find their mugs across the U.S. Now, from pottery to painting, a Minnesota illustrator and author's work can be found at some of the biggest retailers, spreading joy and hope through her art.
Putting paint to paper inspires growth for Gina Holiday.
People tell me a lot that it feels really joyful and happy. There's also always a lot of themes around just women being seen, around growing.
Gina hopes through her art and words to help others flourish.
You know, I've been in just different seasons of my life where things were really hard, and I think like those are always really just good to share with others. Like, keep going, you can do it, don't give up.
And do not despise small beginnings. Gina went to school for marketing, but her daughter's birth inspired another beginning.
I'd always loved to draw since I was a kid. As she was born, I just started kind of exploring again.
Then came a leap of faith, or in Gina's case, a spoonful.
Taking that leap to see, what is this?
Her illustration company, Spoonful of Faith, has been featured in Target, Joann's, Michaels, and more.
Really crazy couple of years because all these things are just happening one after the next.
Sacred Creativity launched in August.
I just love how they laid it out.
Described as inspiration to reclaim the joy of your God-given gifts.
I don't have to hustle to create the life I want.
The book talks about Gina's journey and provides guidance to help unlock the reader's own creativity.
A playlist and a creative assignment and a reflection area. Since I was young, my parents really affirmed us as kids, especially as a young black girl. Growing up in a predominantly white neighborhood, I really wanted to make sure like affirmations were in this book.
Next, those images you keep seeing, they're from Wildly Loved.
I just was really excited to do a coloring book.
Gina's hope to inspire others to dream in color.
Gina's book and coloring book are out now. You can buy it at major retailers, including Amazon, Target, and Barnes & Noble. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Whether you've seen his products in Target or gone to his businesses in North Minneapolis, Houston White has no shortage of ideas, and he's got more plans in the works.
Let's just try.
Culture and community are cornerstones for Houston White.
I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man.
A self-described cultural architect and serial social entrepreneur. His corner of Camden Town in North Minneapolis is growing, with authenticity as the foundation.
And the beginning started in a basement in North Minneapolis. A kid who went to North High that had hopes and dreams of being creative, navigating the realities of urban America. A young black man that grew up when this town was called Murderapolis. And so trying to figure out how was I gonna be successful, but also remain authentic.
As a teen, Houston cut hair and realized the cultural power of a barbershop.
It was the only institution I had ever experienced that brought together all cross sections of black life and took the ism out, no classism.
Houston founded fresh in 2007, more than a barbershop, a gathering place to build community.
So every business that I have ever built is built from that ethos.
From there, he launched the Get Down Coffee Company, then a pop-up capsule collection at Target, hair and skincare products, and a book. Then came Camden Town Flats.
Minnesota has a really hard time retaining professionals of color, specifically young Black professionals.
Houston created the 9-unit apartment building with that in mind, making it a place for young professionals to connect.
One of the things that I'm really focused on is, as a Black man who lives in Minnesota, there is no place that you can point to say that that's the epicenter of Black middle class life. What I'm really trying to do is make sure that the things that I am doing right now lay a foundation to, as my enterprise becomes more successful or my businesses become more successful, that it benefits the community that made me.
And doing it while being authentically yourself.
Houston has other projects in the works for Camden Town, including a pizzeria, more housing, and a business space called the Minneapolis Club of Culture. He says they hope to start construction in the spring. Moving from coffee to baking, there's only one vanilla company in the world that can claim the highest organic standard, and it's located right here in Minnesota, called the Vanilla Bean Project.
At the Vanilla Bean Project in Lakeland,
so these are our organic vanilla beans.
The focus is on making vanilla for people who care. Their pure vanilla extract is often one of the last listed on a food label.
But some of our best customers always tell us that we're what makes their products taste the best.
Andy Kubiak,
great vanilla can really make or break a dish.
And Sarah Kubiak set out to do better by vanilla bean growers and the planet.
There's nothing like it in the whole world. We just love the story. You know, it's a fruit of an orchid.
Vanilla Bean Project launched in 2018.
At that time, the price of an ounce of vanilla beans was equal that to an ounce of silver. I just remember looking at Sarah and saying, don't spill.
Since then,
we went from going from the ounce
they've grown
to manufacturing by the metric ton.
They now offer several types of pure vanilla extract and a pure vanilla bean paste, a favorite with bakers.
It's like the vanilla bean experience with the convenience of an extract.
Vanilla.
Each batch for us is about 65 gallons.
From Madagascar to Indonesia.
Our little small company also ships pails and drums of bulk product to food manufacturers, and then we find ourselves in literally 10,000 stores.
We wanted to make vanilla better, and now where we are is let's make the best vanilla.
Last year, they achieved Regenerative Organic Certified status for pure vanilla extract.
We are the first in the world to manufacture rock pure vanilla extract, and there are no other companies in the world doing that right now.
It takes into account soil health, animal welfare, and farm worker fairness.
It's really the highest standard for organic agriculture in the world.
A seal of approval.
We want to make vanilla better for the planet, for people who grow vanilla, and people who use vanilla in their products.
You can buy the Vanilla Bean Project's products on their website, Amazon, and in many local food co-ops. While it's big business for the baking industry during the holidays, it's also the busiest time of year for toy stores. That includes over in Excelsior at Something Safari.
Something Safari in Excelsior is confident that there's something for you here if you love to play.
It looks almost like a real mouse.
Palin Yup says it all started with her collecting Playmobil people.
I grew up in Malaysia. We don't have toys like this. When you see the toys here, it's almost very magical in a way that I only see these things in magazine. You know, and then when you see it in real person, it's almost like, oh my God, this is real.
Palin first opened a resale shop in Hopkins in 2009. Then, after moving to Excelsior in 2012, it became a store selling new toys.
It's remind me how to be a kid again. If I can be a professional kid, since I cannot be young again, you know, we cannot grow young. So I thought the best way to stay young is just always play.
Play at any age. In the spring, Something Safari expanded with a section more for adults. It includes escape room games.
A lot of these are one-time play, because you do have to destroy something in the box.
Bestsellers this holiday season include fidget toys.
They're just very fun to squeeze.
There's Nido Nice Cube, Globby, Slime, Silly Tubes, and Moonball.
I think this store is wonderful. There's something for every age.
I recognize you. You've been here many, many years.
Nancy Besto bought her great-granddaughter's first Christmas gift.
Here's your bag of fun. I always tell people our store is for everybody who loves to play. Whether you're a baby to you're 100 years old, if you love to play, you should be able to find something in our store.
Something Safari says if you're buying toys to donate to any cause like Toys for Tots, they'll give you 10% off. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The Minnesota shoe company Sven Clogs is celebrating 50 years. It's become a beloved brand with celebrities like Tina Fey spotted wearing them. We stopped by their factory in Chisago City.
Just off Highway 8 in Chisago City, Sven Factory Outlet Store is a shoe heaven. And downstairs is the heart and soul.
I love it down here. It's my happy place, I have to say.
Marie Rivers is the owner of Sven Clogs.
All right.
A staple of the company for more than 4 decades.
We do about 100 pair a day.
Marie got her start sewing at the factory when it was based in Michigan.
When the company moved to Minnesota, I moved with them. I kind of married my boss. We were together for about 11 years, and then when we split up, I bought him out, and I've been going ever since.
Sven Clogs is celebrating 50 years.
I cut this customer's order.
Making shoes for all types and sizes of feet.
We will make it right to fit your foot. There's not a lot of companies that can do that.
From Austrian bases to leather from SB Foot Tanning in Red Wing.
This is where this is all stored.
The materials come together to create someone's perfect pair.
I love my job. I love my boss.
I was a single mom. There's so many companies that you miss so many days because your child's sick or what, they don't care. They fire you, not here. We work, so it's a safe place here. I love my employees. They are my family.
Some of them literally.
That's my sister.
Oh, yeah.
My sister Ann.
There's a lot of static, so we get a lot of fur in your glasses.
Ann Wolf has been sewing here for nearly a decade.
It's like arts and crafts every day.
A lot of times they come out and it's like, this is so beautiful. Who's here that I can show them how nice this shoe came out? I'm so proud of my little children here.
After a shoe takes shape,
the birth of a clog.
Marie is ready for the next.
Everyone wants to know, am I going to retire? Why would you retire from something you love?
But when the time comes, there will be big shoes to fill.
Put heel pads in and they're ready to go.
You can check out their clogs online and at the Sven Factory Outlet Store in Chisago City. Well, there's a place in South Minneapolis unlike anything else in the Twin Cities. It's called Audmart, a store of the strange.
Stickers back here.
Brad McGinty has a hard time describing his store.
I don't know. I'm bad at describing it. I feel really bad. I should have a better response, but it's mostly the stuff I like in a store, and I figure that if I like this stuff, other people would probably like it.
Audmart is a store of the strange. It opened on Lindell Avenue in the Wedge neighborhood last October.
People just go, whoa, what's this? This is a pop-up? And for Halloween, they thought it was Halloween. A lot of people from outside thought it was a dispensary.
Many of the monsters you see
We have, new shirts.
came from Brad's mind.
Yeah, I like drawing monsters a lot.
His business, Glorp Gum, is one of a kind.
Gum is $28, and the shirt is totally free. You're not even paying for the shirt at all.
An idea that stuck.
Baby unicorn teeth is new.
But Audmart has allowed Brad to bring in all kinds of creators.
I absolutely love it.
Monster Matt's creepy crafts include the popular Nightmare Ponies.
And just other things that I repurpose so that they're just a little creepier.
I like seeing people walk back from the grocery store using these as their bags. That's probably the biggest kick I get out of anything.
Audmart also carries vintage, hard-to-find indie books.
Got all these books in yesterday.
And comics and zines.
I grew up in Atlanta, and my parents worked in fast food, and we didn't have a lot of money, but I could always buy cheap quarter bin comics. It's kind of sappy, but yeah, I really do like it a lot. It seems like people really gravitate towards it, and I don't know, I guess this was kind of missing around here.
A place where the strange is celebrated.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in.
Audmart is open every day of the week except Tuesday. Thanks for joining us, and happy holidays.